All right. There we go. We had some technological difficulties in the in the thing.
Yeah,
So just
in the thing.
saying the thing. So last time we was
We talked about a lot.
we did we really got deep. I think that last one was kind of deep. Today it's not going to be any different. So I'm gonna just go ahead. Dudes, like next year I'll be 40, son. Like 40. There's a lot of things I feel myself, and anybody who knows who's over 40 knows is like there's a lot of things now that like I'm removing myself from. You know what I'm saying? Mentally and physically. Like that shit is it just feels like it is exhausting and a waste of time, yo. Yo, I got kids, yo. I got kids, children. A lot of things I realize now is not of importance. It has no bearing on my life, has no bearing on your life, has no bearing on other people's lives. What you choose to accept as bothersome, what you choose to accept as fault, guilt, what you choose to accept as pain, trauma, suffering, what you choose to accept annoyance, what you choose to accept terror, fear, all of those things are choices. All of those things that you can place on you. But I realized before I dive in, I realized that as long as you forgive yourself and as long as you know you're not going backwards, then you don't have to worry. I think at times when you have friction, I'm about to tell you now. All right.
Yep, go in.
When you have friction in family, any of y'all who ever grew up and like as a child and like as you're an adult, you feel like you have certain resentment. Now, you could really put away the resentment because you got to understand now. I hate to use this term. I hate to use this term, but it is what it is. To hold on to that, it stops you from growth. And this is what I mean. The things that you really want to achieve and you find it that it's hard to do it and it's hard to accomplish and you feel like it's bringing down, that's because you still hold you. I don't care what you say. It's because you're holding on to the childhood. You are holding on to the childhood. You are holding on to the childhood. And gotta you gotta let it go. No, you have to let it go, and let it move out. Meaning, feel those things. But when you feel those things, don't leave it here because you know how it sits here. Allow it to move.
Mm.
Because when it's moving, then you have the positive energy coming in to surround it.
Mm.
I say that to say that I hold no resentment or grudge or anything from when I was a child anymore. And because I know now how I am and who I want to be, I am able now to move on. I don't have to be stuck in the same place, As far as location, I'm comfortable now to say, well, I want to move out. I want to discover the next phase of my life. And in order to do that, you have to move.
Take a leap.
The word move. Bring that dictionary up. But the word move, movement, something in motion. If something is in motion, it moves, right? Hold on, we're gonna break down.
It's a verb.
It is a verb.
Mhm. Go in a specified direction or manner. Change position.
In a specified direction. When you move, you are going in a specified direction. You know where you're going. I'm about to move. You know where you're going. Oh, you knew I was going to go metaphysical from the time I started talking. I was just rounding it up. So you're going in a specified direction, which means you know where you want to go. Because that's the only way in the hood we will say, yo, I'm about to make moves. When you about to make moves, you know the direction you're going in. Finish that. Specify direction and what? Hold on.
Okay, so that was the first one. The second one, make progress.
No. Finish the rest of the sentence of the
Change
specified.
position.
No, what was manner?
was it.
Something in manner.
That was it. Go in a specified direction or manner.
Or manner.
Change position.
Manner. Manner. You're going in a specified direction or manner.
Mm-hmm.
So movement isn't sloppy.
Mm.
Oh, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Because it used the term specified direction or manner.
Mm-hmm.
So movement isn't sloppy. So when you decide to move or make moves, you are very calculated.
Mm-hmm.
You are very focused. You are determined. You've made that decision to move.
Mm-hmm.
Why you say that, champ? Because I know you see the title. Welcome to Strictly Explicit Truth. Shifu Drew, alongside Empress Trini, and we about to, we about to. Okay.
Hit that like button.
Hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get it in. Okay, so you see the title. Why is the title called what it is? I need, you know what? Let me hit up D. Yeah, put it on the thing. Hold on, y'all. Because we dealing with movement. And I'm letting y'all know you're moving in a specified direction or manner.
Mm-hmm.
And what did I say? I said that means you're not sloppy. You're very neat.
Mm-hmm. Specified.
Specified. Why did I say that? Okay, let me break it down for you. Like I said, you saw the title. We have now a society where we live in. When I say society, I'm not talking about society that we create. And you must understand, societies is not created by us. You don't create a society. It is created for you. I keep telling you, you don't think for yourself. None of you think for yourself. If you thought for yourself, well, you really had got the thing. No, just listen to me. Listen to me. If someone did not tell you that there was something in the atmosphere you had to, in your mind, would you have just went and gone get a regular vaccine just for the heck of it and sake of it? That's what I'm saying. But now we're living in a society, and remember I said a societies we don't create, is created for us, because the society is telling us what are the trends, what are the terms, what are the new movements, how are we supposed to get money, what's the newest attention, what's popping, what's not. In these societies now, more than ever, you want to control what we are saying. In fact, if you, not everybody, you, if just me, fuck that, I'll use me. If me, somebody, listen, just shut up. Me, if somebody offends me, I'm just telling you about me. I don't know how your fucking sensitive titties is, but I'm just telling you right now. If you offend me, okay, this is what I'm not going to do. I am not going to rally up a whole bunch of other people's feelings to get behind me on canceling you because of something how I felt. And then embellish the fucking truth about the whole situation just so it could fit my narrative, okay? And give the people the idea that you are this terrible person and you do not care about people or our feelings or how we are or how we live or how we choose to express ourselves. You think you're slick, bitch. You got to make it rhyme. You think you're slick, bitch. You think you're slick. You think you're slick, bitch.
Hey, hey.
Y'all went at Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle comes in. Yo, first of all, I got the picture, yo. So look, I'm in Georgetown, right? This was when? Yesterday?
Saturday.
Saturday. I'm in Georgetown. And I'm on N Street. And I'm going to the Wawa's. Anybody know where the Wawa's at on Wisconsin? And I go into I'm at the corner end because I'm turning the corner on Wisconsin. So I'm a corner end turning, and then I turn right, and I look second back, and I see Dave Chappelle and somebody else with him. Probably his boy or whatever. So I'm walking. I'm like, whatever. Let them do their thing. So I'm walking. You know what I'm saying. I think they was talking about hip hop or something. Like I don't really know. But I stop in the middle of the street because I'm about to cross at the crosswalk to go to the Wawa's. They end up behind me. It's just them two, no bodyguards, nothing around him. I go across the street. I go into the Wawa's. There's a SUV there. I think it was a black Suburban, and he jumped in. I went in the Wawa's. He sat there for like a good 10 minutes before he pulled off. Fast forward now. I'm like, what he out here for? A show or whatever? He went to the school. So my dude goes to the school now. When he go to the school to accept his award, because I think the auditorium was going to be in his name or something. I think it was the auditorium or one of the rooms or whatever's going to be named after him in his honor. Some of the kids didn't like it, felt he was transphobic. Some of the other kids was like, man, we rocking with him. So he goes, okay, I donate to here. I'm just cutting the story short. I donate to here. And whoever don't fuck with me, you donate to here. And then whoever from you donate to here. Whoever donate the most, you got it. But the owner said, no matter what, still gonna name it that. Salute, bro. He's still gonna name it after Dave Chappelle. I didn't even know. Dave, I was on the corner of M Street. I turned my head and I saw Dave Chappelle. I saw him and the dude he was with, his boy, whatever. So I walked. I didn't even know I'm going to Wawa's. I didn't even know that the truck was there. He just so happened to walk there or whatever. You know what I mean? So I let him do his thing, whatever. But when I heard what happened after, because I didn't know what he was there for, but when I heard after what had happened, I said, I really didn't want to talk about because everybody on this on YouTube been talking about it, and I'm like, I just let people who handle that kind of shit. But there was just certain things about this that I had to touch on. Check this shit here. You feel as though you can tell me who I should be around, who I should like, who I should not like, who I should talk to, who should I accept, who I should not accept. Let me explain something to you. You didn't push him out or anybody else's child into this world. So I don't care what organization, whatever you don't have the right to tell anybody you did not birth whatever to do with their life. You do not. Okay? That is a birthright. You cannot tell me what to do with my life. Period. Yes. We have a question. Shut your mouth.
What state? We heard it earlier. They said that, was it California? They are going to start making them wear masks inside the house.
It was Mexico.
It's a mandate.
Or was it Mexico or California? Somebody know?
It was in
the US?
I want to say California.
In the house making. I think it was Mexico. When you start wearing masks in the house, they was gonna put a mandate for people to wear masks in their house. I wish you would come and tell me to put a goddamn mask on. And my goddamn, I let me tell you something right here. I'll be a mountain motherfucker in a minute. That's not happening. This is what I'll come in. You don't have the right to tell me how to live my life. You have nothing to do with my success. Because when I was out there struggling, you did not jump in. You personally got offended with something I said because maybe you never liked me in the first place. So you wanted to make a spectacle out of the whole thing. Well, then I go give you a minutes of fame then. You want the attention so badly that you're willing to be narcissistic for it. You know who deserves attention? Children. When you're an adult, that's it. You're supposed to do what you have to do to lift your higher self. Period. Because it's about these kids and they're watching you. But because you feel as though now you have an organization, I'm going to tell you what to do. Let me explain something to you. I don't care what a person does with their personal life. As long as it doesn't involve molesting children or beating or robbing or killing people, you do what you have to do. Because it is none of my business. What I eat, you don't shit. And what you shit, I don't eat. You know what that means? This whole cycle that we have, and I call it a cycle because it's really repetitive. It's and notice only here in the United States of America, it's not America, it's the United States of America. Only here is where not even 5 minutes apiece. You can hear on that goddamn, not even 5 minutes apiece. Someone always stirring up some shit. And then it gets broadcasted. And then it's like, damn, like not even a day of rest. I'll be thankful for snow blizzards because I know snow blizzards, no crime is happening. This is crazy, yo. This is a recurring cycle. The moment you feel there could be any type of peace, something come and knock us off. On that subject, on that subject, I told y'all last few shows that these bodies that you seeing, they're being paid to do it. If they're not being paid to do it, it is law enforcement themselves getting these youngins, handing them the guns, and telling them to purge it. Man, I ain't never see so much dead bodies pop up, man. Goodness gracious. It's just body after body after body after body. You would swear the mob was out again. You'd think this was the Irishman the way so many bodies popping up. This need for blood, this thirst for blood. Y'all dudes is some vampires now. Man, you talking that shit, man. You talking that shit. Stop and think for 1 second. Just stop. Just stop. Right now, get out of your ignorance right now and just open your mind just for a few seconds. And just ask yourself, just think about it. All this blood being spilled, you have to admit, who was it for? Rhetorical question. All this blood being spilled. And blood is collected at crime scenes, guys. I don't know if you knew that. Blood is collected. Yes, I know organs is. I'm just dealing with the blood now. So much blood being spilled. Do you know why they tell young people to go out there and shoot? Do you know why? You know why? Because they don't know the value of life yet. So it's nothing for them. And they're so impressionable, their brains are sponges. It's nothing for them to go ahead and pull the trigger. They're not going to feel away. Shit. They ain't going to wake up, go to sleep feeling haunted or nothing by it. They'll wake up again and do it again. Bow. It's nothing. Think about that. That any given moment in time, right now, we step out that door. We in a danger zone. And you don't have to be in a bad neighborhood now to get it. I work in Georgetown, yo. That shit, yo, them, man.
What you call them? A bunch of crazies.
Bunch of crazies, yo. Wasn't that a movie, The Crazies?
Mm-hmm.
That's that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of murdering, and that's what it is. It's killing. It's just blatant killing for no reason. Y'all killing little kids. You killing your mans in them. You killing yourself. But in the midst of all of that, we're still undefeated because we're still on this planet.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to wipe yourself? You want to wipe yourself off? I went in the last show and I was like, this gang shit is ridiculous. To me, this shit is pussy because it's always an old dude who's in jail, or it's an old dude who's out there who's grabbing these young minds out there, making them do this. You don't think you can't make something more useful out of these young dudes' time? How about you gang them up to go ahead and fix the community?
Right.
How about you gang them up? You got them all strapped. How about you had them strapped in the community to police their own community so nothing wrong fucking happen? How about you do that? How about you educate them on businesses? How about you do that type of shit? You're in jail for a fucking reason. And this shit upsets me so much because I explained to you when criminals and killers and murderers get killed, it's always by a nobody. Why do I say that? Because crazy don't know crazy until they meet crazy.
Mhm.
And them is some motherfuckers in that bitch who is they not all of them, but there is some who belong in that bitch, and they're just fucking crazy. I don't want to say crazy. I'll use the medical term.
Okay.
Psychotic,
Yeah.
sociopaths.
Yeah.
You understand? Some of them are schizophrenic.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? But the ones who are not none of those things, the ones who are not psychotics, because those are mental things.
Yeah.
Those are not psychotics. So those who are not those things, those who are not those things, who are locked up, you didn't see crazy till you meet crazy. I think when you can contain someone, you're showing them they wasn't crazy to begin with. And if that is the case, then why would you allow y'all youngins are not that dumb. So stop it. Y'all are not dumb. Just stop. Why would you allow someone who is locked up to influence you to do something in the streets?
Right.
You're free, they're not. Oh, my rep. Dude, rep is dead. Rep is dead. You know the new rep now? Business. That's the new rep. And when I was young, I always had this misconception of these niggas like, yo, they run in the block, they run in the city. Yo, we don't run the city. We don't run there. There is nothing in the fucking city that is in our name. Stop. We ain't running no fucking hood because the hood ain't in our fucking name neither. We don't run shit but our fucking mouths and let them guns run. We don't run shit. Stop. Stop. We got to stop saying that. We don't run shit. If you really want to run shit, man, land, business. Land. See, I said land first. Y'all sleeping on land because you too lazy to grab the land and then establish where you could get bread, where you could pay somebody to help you build that shit up. Y'all dudes are idiots.
It's actually not that hard to get it.
Y'all are idiots. I said it. You want me to say it again? Y'all are idiots. Because you're not supposed to be gangster for your own. You're supposed to be gangster for your enemy. And me getting an attitude with you because you are wrong is not an excuse to kill me. You being an asshole is not an excuse for you to kill me. You were wrong. Man, I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. Niggas ain't gonna play me out here. Niggas say something right now. I'm gonna bust you. Something. You that gangster? Bust yourself. You are a stain. You are a disgust. You are a fucking embarrassment to us. You are an embarrassment to us. Guys, please stop wearing locks on your head. Stop. Just stop. You're not doing anything positive out there. Please cut that shit off. Because I really locks, man. We ain't walking around with AK busting and thing. We ain't doing that, yo. You know why? Because we trying to separate ourselves from them. I want to be around y'all, yo. It's a disgust. It came to be a disgust. It is disgusting discussing you on this disgusting matter. Boss. So much of disgust to discuss.
Oh, yeah.
It's to the point where I don't even want to be around you. You know when you get to a point, you know like when you don't want to be around somebody?
Yeah.
Like as soon as you look at them, you're like, and tell you the truth, I'm like that with everybody. I'm an introvert extrovert. It's like when you have nothing in you to further express, it seems that you turn into the gun because somehow in your mind, the gun will give you respect. Well, let me tell you about something. Nowadays, people don't even care if you have a gun, they still come at you. I want you to think about that. Exactly. If someone is not scared to die, I think you need to rethink your strategy. Who is the gun for first? Why, the minute you get a gun, I'm the enemy? Ready to show it off to the niggas. You want got this new strap right here, so you know what I'm saying? Let a nigga say something to me right now. Telling you right now, right now. Let a nigga say something. Son, with that shit that I asked you for, son. Man, fuck that shit. You better have that shit tomorrow, son. Oh, big man. Big man. Of course, I'm not gonna do nothing if I'm strapping you got that on me. Put it down. Cause then when me hold on you, the beating you gonna wish your mother they'd give you. And then what happens after they see that come out of you? When they see that beast come out of you because you didn't care that they had that weapon, now we got war, we got beef. So now it's anytime we see each other, we're gonna look for who's gonna get each other first. Fast forward. Now, if I'm not beefing with anybody, I could just be reading a book or I could be pumping gas and I got shot for pumping gas. Or I got shot for buying cookies. I bought some Jordans, and as soon as I stepped out the door, I got shot. I bought me a jersey, and as soon as I walked out, I got shot. I just picked my daughter up from school in the drive-thru, and I got shot, and she dead. I went to the grocery store, and like 8 people shot just being in the frozen aisle. This is, come on, guys, use your head. People who don't even know each other, who don't have beef, are ending up dead. And not in small numbers. It's like 5, 6, 7, 8 people getting shot. The influence that they have on us when it comes to murder, but the small influence they have on us in learning is amazing. You can't deny that fact. There is a purging going on. And the purging is not only with the physical, it is also with the mental. The purging is going on. And it is not only with the physical, but it is also with the mental. Sometimes your surroundings may have ulterior motives. And let me put this, and let me say this. No, I'll save that for the end. Your surroundings may have ulterior motives. So just because you change the circle and what the circle looks like doesn't mean that the circle was good. You have to always know people's intentions. Because when you see their true when you see their true intentions, you see their true intestines. Remember, the stomach reveals a lot on the body. So I don't know how to do the joke. I don't know how to do it. So remember that your surroundings is very keen to your mental, because you have to define that the people you surround yourself with is good for who you are. If you are around someone who doesn't make you feel like you can be yourself, then that is not the circle you should be around. You need to remove yourself and you need to be around people who share the same kinds of creativity, not the identical creativity, but the same kind of people who also have creativity like you, who are bold, who are wise. And that's when you can open up more and come out of your shell and don't feel embarrassed or ashamed to be you. The problem we have in our circles is that people at times always come with negative tones, negative words, negative energy to diminish what you have going on. Have you ever been around someone, whether they're in your family or not, and you told them you were doing something and they said, oh, if you do that, that probably won't work because this, that, and then you got to go through this and then you got to do that. I know I wouldn't do it. What's all of that about? Oh, yo, congratulations. Good luck. Let me know how that turned out because I might want to. And even if you don't, you know what I'm saying? Just big them up for it. Why does it have to be a negative response? Because it's something you're not doing. If you have issues in your relationship, and I'm going to come back to the relationship thing at the end. If you have issues in your relationship, do not release that energy out to people who have nothing to do with it because it can be seen. And when you let out a certain vibe or energy, it will make the other person feel like they don't want to be around. And you will have to figure out how to heal yourself before you come back around. Because if someone is already at a healing process, there is things we have to eliminate the older we get, because it's not that we don't want to be around or deal with certain people. It's just the fact we're growing in a different mindset and we want to surround ourselves with how our mindset is now. I'm going to say that again. It has nothing to do with other people. It has to do with the fact that the mindset that we are in now is the mindset we choose to surround ourselves with, because we're getting more mature. The wisdom is coming in. I cannot, man, oh gosh. I am so grateful and thankful for children. I'm so glad we have children because they now can carry it on where we left off. So now I don't have to really do too much. I don't, because they're going to do it. And because I have to be here, we have to be here to see them carry that out. Because if we miss one step, we have failed them. So I will not allow anybody or anyone, and you shouldn't either if you have a family, to disrupt that process, to disrupt that growth. Now is the time for everybody to go for their success. After your success is complete, then you circle back to the people you know who will always be with you. Then you can help them and bring them up. But if you are carrying things that has nothing to do with them and you're not addressing it with the person that is doing it, you have a problem and you need to heal first, because you're going to let out something and you're going to let out anxiety and resentment on people that you should not do it with. When I was going through my stuff, when I was going through my issues, okay, I didn't involve none of my friends. Y'all know I ain't call y'all, I ain't here for me. No, I didn't involve none of y'all. That was my respect. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that because you had no involvement in that. Friend or brother or not, I'm not doing that. But when the opposite does happen and I take notice and observance of a lot, I am not upset with anyone and I don't hold grudges with anyone. I am past that point because I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna be honest. I realize that everybody goes through their stuff. And for me to judge that and just jump and assume certain stuff, that is selfish of me. That is making it about me and not making it about them and what they're going through. That makes me a fucked up person. That makes me a fucked up friend. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You go ahead and figure it out. You deal with it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not about to do that. No. Because then that will be selfish of me. Now I'll circle back to that. Let's listen to what I say. Oh, we got the 40-minute mark. Hold on. Let me take a 30-second break, 6-second break. Say something. You got something to tell me.
I just jumped in here. I was cooking salmon. I don't want to interrupt his flow. I don't actually know where he was at. But I'll keep talking so y'all not just staring into space. We got a voiceover. Okay, he's coming back.
So, so now I don't know if you guys heard. I don't know if you guys heard. There's a new. I love to, but there's a new variant. Man, I told y'all this shit transformed more than the Mutant Ninja Turtles, boy. I said, is it this shit? I'm telling you, this shit transformed more than the Transformers. And each one is deadlier than the last one. And we're so worried. We're worried about. Man, the conditioning you allow yourselves to have, the mental conditioning you allow yourselves to, and don't no, yeah, you allow it. That it was a choice, and you chose. It was a choice, and you chose. And I'm not getting on you. Just listen to me. You allowed yourself, excuse me, to accept these conditions because, and tell the truth, because you wanted to feel special. Oh wait, I got it. So you know, since when people are proud and brag about going to the fucking doctor getting a vaccine? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, nobody who walks around saying, "Look at my new tattoo. Look at my new tattoo. Look at my new tattoo." Like, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. Like, what the fuck? Like, you telling me your medical history is that's none of my business. Come on, y'all.
They're programmed to be excited.
They
so
need to
other
realize
people
that.
can be excited to go get it.
They need to realize that. That's what I am attempting to tell them. I'm
Didn't you
making the
say they
effort to
don't
tell them.
think for themselves?
They're
They
idiots.
don't think for themselves.
But they want to not think for themselves to feel special. You're not special. None of you are. If everyone has to do the same thing, you're not special.
Think about it. Why do you want to be special? Why? Why is that a necessary need?
Because the times that we live, this digital age we're living in, is all about look at me. Look at everybody was proud to take a picture to get a shot. Why do I need to know that? Just stop and think. Those of you who got it, why is it so important for me to know that you got it? Like, why is it a thing to brag? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, why in your mind did you feel it was important for you to brag it? Yeah, I got my shot. I got my shot. You know, because I got my shot.
You
coming around
brag
anybody
when
because
you
you know
get
I got
an
my shot.
HPV shot?
Yeah, are you? Yeah. Do you brag when you get an STD?
STD shot? Do you brag when you get any other shot?
Do you brag
Why
when you
is
got
this
jumped
one?
and fucked up? Or no? Do you brag when you got fucked up and then you lie about it and you say you got jumped? Do you brag about when Shorty put your ass out? Do you brag about when you have a miscarriage? Do you brag about you couldn't pay your rent? Do you brag about that? No, you don't. Are you bragging about your period? No. So why was it so important for people to take pictures? Yeah, I got, yeah, bring the camera. Yeah, I got. Okay. You're not special. None of us are special in these United States of America. You're not special. You know when they walk around with the sticker, I got my okay. What the fuck was you supposed? You thought you was gonna get that lotto money? You thought you was gonna get that bread? No, you didn't, right? Exactly. What the so what? You know those politicians and those official and Mr. AF. You know all them motherfuckers got a placebo because they didn't get that shit. Jokes on you, bitch. Just think about it. Me, if I'm enforcing fear the most, why would I take something that I told you to take? Why would I do that shit?
Speaking of which, this new variant, how many is going to keep popping up? And why are
we went from D to O?
Why are they popping up? Are we going to cover every letter?
It is so hard. Nowadays, it is so hard for this dude to just tell like the truth is like, man, we ain't never doing that. It's a little late for that because people do their own research and things like you can't go to someone who has the same access as you who has right research and tell them that their research is. You can't do that. You can't. If I come into your house and I find evidence of shit, you can't tell me that I didn't find. I got it.
Mm-hmm. You know how they do.
You can't tell me it's okay for me to go and have a regular Thanksgiving or meal or whatever. I could do whatever the fuck I want with my family.
Well, now they about to have neighbors snitching on neighbors.
And then I'm hearing people are trying to influence people on to get away from their families if they're not vaccinated. Really? Some of y'all don't like your family anyway.
So you can use that as an excuse.
But I'm not about to say I'm not about to do because I'm not vaccinated. You can't fuck with me.
It is what it is.
That's what it is. So now we are so naive and gullible. We're so gullible now that we are going to believe everything. How long? I just indulge me. How long is it going to take for you to realize you're being slapped by the same person? Jeez, boy. Man, I tell you, it's just like these fake ass, the unconscious community.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I wasn't going. I wasn't gonna do this. Wasn't. Because I really don't care. But there's a difference between being clever and being intelligent. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to be as positive as I. No, I'm not. There. Bring it up. Bring it up.
I'm
Bring it
doing it
up.
now. I'm doing it right to now.
You guys need to understand something when it comes to the so-called conscious community. Community.
Community.
Community.
Con.
When it comes to the unconscious community,
Community.
you need to understand that it is a moneymaker. That's all it's for. It's a moneymaker. People are paid to go ahead and argue, debate over nonsense that people can look up on their own and do now. And I don't think that the people who are in the conscious community doing these things don't realize that the audience just look at you as entertainment. Period. Check this shit out. People, I'm not bashing. I respect everybody, everyone equally. When you come on a platform and there's things that y'all do, I'm not doing because y'all have that covered. You'll have those topics covered. Y'all have all of those things covered. So I don't dive into it. I got my own shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that because there's so many people on there with research, history, paperwork, so I don't deal with that. I will mainly deal with things you see me talk about, and then I'll deal with the will, the self, spirit, the father manifestation, the mother of all. Okay? There, I'm going to tell you guys right now everything you are hearing from the unconscious community is lies. Not all of it, I said most of it. No, in the beginning, I said everything you hear. Excuse me. Most of it, not all of it, most of it. There are terms and phrases that are said by these people that will let you know that they do not know what they're talking about. They're lying. And I'm going to tell you those phrases now because those phrases are always said on these platforms. You have it? This doesn't give me a second.
I mean, we know one phrase.
These things is very bothersome to me. And the reason why they are very bothersome to me is because we are influencing these people to have beef with each other. And what I mean with each other, to have beef with ourselves. What I don't like with these discussions and topics, when they get together, no one is respecting the other one. And there are some out there who are intellectually disrespectful. Just because they don't curse and they speak eloquently, they still use offensive words towards them when we shouldn't do that as each other. If we're sitting here talking about we need to come together and be, then why are you disrespecting me if you don't agree with my information? If you don't agree with my information, just say, brother, sister, I disagree with your information, but I'm not saying you're wrong. So I'm gonna go through some stuff. Maybe we could come up. Why can't we do that? It's always a bashing game. That still separates us, you dumb fuck. And it doesn't make sense because they're older.
Always.
You know, this is always the older ones that does this childish shit. Why don't you realize you're being childish? Be- you know, like I said, when y'all come with y'all information, a lot of y'all have it. That's y'all area, and you can stick with that. You have that area. My zone is my zone. I stay in my zone, and I know no one could defeat me in my zone because I deal with martial arts all day, every day, and the spiritual realm. I do not do lectures, debates, or anything like that because I feel like that is separating us more. We don't respect each other. You don't know what you're talking about. You're nonsense. Why you have to speak to me like you're not speaking to me like that? You not Zoom or in person. You're not speaking to me like that because I didn't give you any disrespect.
At all.
Views or not, views or not, we're not disrespecting each other like that. So here are some of the terms that you will always hear on these platforms, but it will let you know that they have no idea what they're talking about. What?
Okay, well, first of all, it said oversizing their trustworthiness.
Oversizing their trustworthiness. This is what they do when they're oversizing their trustworthiness
I'm sorry. And trustworthiness and truthfulness.
and truthfulness.
Okay. To be honest,
To be honest, is one of them.
to tell you the truth,
To tell you the truth.
believe me.
Believe me.
Let me be clear.
Let me be clear.
And the fact is,
And the fact is,
you may think these phrases will convince others of your reliability, and you probably mean to bolster your integrity and accuracy. But this isn't necessary if you're being honest.
if you're being honest, you don't have to use words like let me be clear to tell you the truth. You're just going to say it. But this is all you hear in the unconscious community. And these are the phrases and words you always hear. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care if you believe me or not. I don't even want you to believe me. Go look up your own shit. I don't. I really don't. I do not care if you believe me or not. I'm not here to make you believe me. I'm just talking to you. I am just talking to you. Do your research. Have discussions with people who don't use these phrases.
Mm-hmm.
Have discussion with people who can just tell the truth. Always want people to be on your side. That is a narcissistic behavior. My dude, I don't know what's going on in your personal life, but I always feel like people who don't have responsibilities always feel the need for attention. You know what I mean by responsibility? People don't have children or families and things like that. Not all of them, 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 not all of them.
I get what you're saying, though.
But I always feel like sometimes some people, the ones who don't have families and things like that, they always try to make it mostly about them and not realizing that it's never about you. It's about growth and development in yourself. Will, spirit. Excuse me. Will, self, spirit. It is a it is a dangerous road if your mind is not intact with your heart,
Mm-hmm.
and if your heart is not intact with your spirit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it becomes like a
You
It becomes
become
like,
lost.
mm-hmm. Let's just say that. Yep. You become lost in the woods, deep, deep, like deep in the thick woods. Take you miles and miles and miles and miles and miles before you see any type of road or civilization. Just think about that. If you have a partner, you're in a relationship. Hold on, wait. I want to come back to what I was just talking about because I really need you guys to understand that if you are telling the truth, you don't need to use these phrases because truth, when it's spoken, everyone feels it. They feel it. They be like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay. It's not facts. It's truth. You can't debate truth. You can debate
Mm-hmm.
facts. So now that I got that out the way, relationships, relationship, relationship. Everybody go through shit. Yes, we know. We know. Everybody goes through stuff in their life. Do you know what a relationship is? Go, put dictionary. Relate, rely is in relationship. Relay, rely. You are relying. And you know how I do. I already know the meaning, but we still gonna break it down. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Get the first sentence.
The way in which two, wow, or more concepts, objects, or people are connected.
A relationship is where people, just say two people, where two people are connected. Continue,
Okay.
because I'm about to fuck them up. Continue.
The state of being connected by blood or marriage.
Now,
It's a third one you want to hear.
go ahead. Say it. Say it. Say it before I go. I know all three of the meanings, but go ahead. They need to hear it.
Yeah. An emotional and sexual association between two people.
Can you please repeat that? Please repeat that for all these wannabe what you call it? One night standers and multiple please can you please just repeat that, please?
An emotional and sexual association between two people.
An emotional or sexual what?
Association.
Association. That means if me and you have sex, that's a relationship. Not your definition of a relationship. It said two people are connected. The word connected, that means we have to have a connection in everything. I'm not talking about an agreement. I'm saying a connection. Connection. Please bring up the word connection. We are talking about a connection. Something I connect to with you makes us connected to it, which brings a relationship. In that, I'll deal with the sex part later because y'all have been acting very funny. You got the connection? Go ahead.
Connection. A relationship in which a person, thing, or idea is linked or associated with something else.
Didn't I just say that?
Yeah.
We're linked, connected by everything. And that connection births a relationship. But without the connection, there is no sex. Because if we don't make a connection, she ain't sleeping with me. You ain't sleeping with her. The connection between the two people is very important. You know why? Because what you fail to realize, I don't know if you notice it or not, you're not really tapping into that. Because a relationship is also spiritual too. But your relationship also determines how you act with people outside of it. So when you're dealing something with your relationship, you don't notice how you're treating other people. Do you think other people don't realize what is going on or know that something is going on in your relationship and you choose not to speak on it, but you choose to lash out on it and speak to others the way your relationship is going? That is disrespectful. The connection between two people is very important because it also symbolizes what they are going to become in that relationship. Is it going to be a strong one? Is it going to be a balanced one? Is it going to be an off balance one? Is it going to be a violent one? Is it going to be a overly sensitive one? Is it going to be an emotional one? Is it going to be an angry one? Is it going to be an aggressive one? All of these things matter because connection, there is no wrong in connection. If we are connected, then everything lines up. Remember, it's linked. Everything is lined up. Once everything is lined up, it doesn't matter where the relationship goes, it will still be connected. Meaning, when I say where the relationship goes, I mean in the growth of it.
True.
So now, if this connection is not received positively from the man or the woman, there is no sexual contact. But the sexual contact also makes the connection in the relationship. Once you have said, I don't care if you have one night stand, you all in that something or whatever. Once you lay down with that, that was in the it's a relationship, dude. Make up any rule you want. It won't be real. Just because you made it up, it's not real. Deal with it. I fucked it up for you. Boom.
The definition says it.
The definition was right there.
Mhm.
When you break the connection, okay? First of all, you have to realize the act of sex, it bonds. It's a it's an exchange of energy. It's an exchange of experiences. It's an exchange of mindsets and tendencies. So you need to realize everything you're laying up with, you have their tendencies too. But if you are in a relationship, the two of you, Her tendencies and your tendencies are going to be on each other. Now, the way that she would act, you act. Or the way he would act, you act. And when you distribute it outwardly into the public, depending on who you are, it can be received as positive if you're a positive couple, or negative if you're a negative couple. Friends will notice it and realize it because you two have something in the relationship that you have to work on to grasp that connection again. Remember, it's not the whole relationship that's messed up. It's just the connection. There was a link in there. That link in the relationship is mixed up. That's broke. So you have to fix that link. It wasn't all the other parts of the connection. It was just that link. But somehow you get high and mighty with yourself and you tend to take this link, and instead of dealing with this link, you want to blame all the other links and then put it on others because you don't know how to heal. And when you do not know how to heal, you tend to have friction in your relationship. That was just the intro. You might want to change the beat for this next part.
I'm creating.
Now, you cannot have impulsiveness and rushness in your relationship. It's not gonna work. You can't rush somebody and force somebody to be something that they don't want to be in your relationship, because what if they don't have that in their mindset? And you can't rush to be in a relationship because you're not done healing yet. You have a lot of heart healing and mental healing to do, because in that relationship, your last relationship, you were hurt, or they were hurt, or someone was hurt in their relationship. And instead of healing, they were vulnerable and jumped right into another relationship just because you wanted to have that. You were too impulsive. So now, excuse me, so now you're ready to move on to the next phase of the relationship, and the other person isn't ready because they feel like it's moving too fast. That impulsiveness can damage your relationship. That was a link in there that you fucked up. Oh, why you gonna say I fucked up? I know I fucked up, man. I ain't trying to hear that shit. You know, but it's true. You can't fix your bridges with other people if you ain't fixing your bridges with your with the way. You know what I said, when people don't know how to address the person that done them the hurt, so they distribute hurt to someone else. I remember the last show I told you, if you're around people and when you're speaking, they talking over you, and they making a mockery of what you saying just to hurry up and get you going and rushing you off and shit, then they're not respecting you. And they never did have respect for you, and they lost it. You know what I mean? And it's best to just move on so they can heal, you know what I mean? And if that friendship can be mended, then just wish each other the best and just make sure both of you reach growth. I said that. Not in those words, but I said it. When you are impulsive and when you are rushy and when you see things in your relationship that your partner doesn't see, I'm sorry to say this, you got to separate. They're not going to see it like you see it. Do you understand? You wanted to be a parent, or you wanted not to be a parent, and that became an issue. You can't be together. Because what's going to happen is you're always going to have a hurt every day of your life that you're with that person because you wanted something that they didn't.
Mhm.
If you cannot have that conversation with them, honestly, it is best to separate yourself because you're only hurting your own self. If you addressed it already and nothing was done, at this point, you're hurting your own self. You are not looked at as a bad person if you choose to move on.
Nope.
You are not a bitter person if you choose to move on. You were a person that was hurt and you need to heal. Even if y'all didn't hurt each other. Let's go to that too, because I hear that a lot. Even if y'all two didn't hurt each other, you just felt like the relationship was over with. Okay? There's a lot of successful people that do that shit. You know, like they just do that shit. Okay. You still don't have a grudge over that other, but you don't. Because you came to a consensus that you have grown from what was going on, and maybe they haven't, but that doesn't necessarily make them a bad person, or it doesn't make us a bad person. It doesn't make the other person bad. It just means that growth needs to happen, and growth can only happen if one person is not present.
Yes.
You guys are not at that point. Dude, I had to get there and it was a struggle, and it took a lot of me dealing with non-trust. It took me a lot of dealing with backlash, but I had to keep proving to myself that I will not be the old person. And no matter how your friends see you, no matter how your family see you, you have to continue to prove to yourself, not them, that you will not be that person again. You gotta fight that nigga because you are. Trust me, the battle is with you, and you gotta fight that nigga to the. And you have to fight. You're fighting yourself. Beat him. Beat her. When you beat them, and you know you won, the doors of every opportunity you ever wanted comes to you. Your relationship is important to you. So you must find it important to have that connection. Well, what connection? Because you keep saying connection and linking and all of that. And what do you actually mean when you say all of those words? Okay, let me give you, I'm going to be very specific because we're talking about, I'm going to be very specific. If you are an outdoors person and you love to do outdoor activities, hiking, uh, going to national parks, biking and things like that, doing outdoor adventurous stuff. But then the partner that you're with doesn't like to do that. They like to go to bars and clubs and be in a house and all of that. In that aspect, you guys are not connected when it comes to hobbies and stuff. It is not a disagreement. It is not an agreement. I'm talking about the connection in which you share things because you two have different hobbies and interests, which is not wrong. But listen to the example I gave in the interest outdoors, clubbing. There's going to be an issue there because now hiking and being outdoors, you're by yourself, it's nature, you're actually being healthy, your mind and everything opens up. You going to the bar, you getting turned up. Not to say you can't have a good time at a bar and watching a game or whatever, but you know why you're in the bar. You getting turned up, you getting them drinks and you're knocking them back. That's going to be an issue because if the woman is the outdoors person, for instance, and the man is the bar person, she is going to say, you are being unhealthy, and I don't like that every weekend or every day You're going to the bar. I don't mind that you go and get a drink, but this is constant and I see it affecting you. What the fuck you talking about? I can do what I want. I hear seeing this shit. I'm going to there, what fucking come from work, and go have a drink. What's wrong with that? Yeah, but you're doing it frequently. So what if I do it frequently? What's going on? I've been doing that when we met. So what the heck is going on now? It's starting to wear on you, and I can see it. Man, this is some bullshit. What the fuck I can't do? Now you're telling me I can't go. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm just saying slow it down for your health. The connection was broke. Just that, not the relationship. Just that right there. Those two separate interests already caused friction because one was positive and one was damaging. Another instance, if our families don't like each other, let's say they know each other and they don't like each other. This family don't like that family, but our kids married. Mm, that connection. Now you have to understand that is a relationship too, because the family got bigger. So it doesn't matter what neither side says, they family. Period. They're family. You are a Johnson and a Williamson. Those two families are together because the kids are together. But the broken connection is that every time I want you to come with me to my family, you don't come. But I always come to yours. But I don't like going over your fucking family. Well, what the fuck is wrong with my goddamn family? Well, what the fuck is wrong with my goddamn family that you said you always go to mine? You don't come to yours. The connection that was broken. There was no disagreeing. It was a connection. There's a difference. There's a difference. The connection got broke because they saw a difference in both families. You know what? That's the and now the friction starts between them two because of something the two families had against each other. And they didn't even have to say anything. Connection is very key and important. Connection in your relationship. And listen, let me tell you something. Just because you're in a relationship does not mean it's the end of the world. And just because you're not in a relationship does not mean it's the end of the world. What you fail to realize is if you are single and you are looking for someone, it's only going to happen when you have a certain healing in you. Notice that when you are at joy, joy is a spirit. When you are at joy and happiness and comfort, you notice good things come to you. In fact, when you don't even know when you're joyful. It just stuff just happened in the moment. Always bring joy to joy is a spirit. Always call joy to you. Cereza's called Joy. I should have named one of that. I think it wanted. I think all of these girls' name, they nickname is Joy. All of their name is Joy. All of the five girl daughters, all of them is named Joy. Because they bring me joy. I walk in the door.
Yep.
Just
Daddy.
man, I love that shit.
It went right up to him before he even get in the door, y'all. Like he can't even get up the steps. He didn't even close the door. They done swamped him at the door.
He's the best man, but I love children. I love children. That's why I get mad when things go wrong with you. I'm ready. I'm ready to fuck. I'm ready to burn a town, man. I'm ready to really burn a town. So the connection in your relationship, once one connection is broken, you have to fix that. But here's the strange thing: if every connection is broken, then what the hell did you get together for? See, you ain't think I was going there. I was going there. If you knew from the start you had no connection, what the hell you get together just to bust a nut? A busting a nut is a relationship. Dumbass.
Choose wisely.
So you trying to say if I jerk off, I'm a relationship myself? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. You
Yes.
masturbate, you're in a relationship with yourself? Yes. The fuck?
You love yourself.
You love yourself.
Self-care.
Like that.
Self-care.
Self-care is there. But ask yourself this, and fellas too. For the fellas out there, there's women out there that know that we will provide and we will be there. And some of y'all look at that as a bad thing or a trap thing. Don't do that. Because you have to put yourself in their shoes. Maybe they came across a lot of fuckery and they saw something in you that they never saw in them other people. So it made them not comfortable, because comfortable is not a term, but it made them open into being their true self to allow love to come in to have those children with you. Remember, everything doesn't have to repeat itself if you control it. I say it again. Everything doesn't have to repeat itself if you control it. Oh, y'all like that Bruce Lee hat right here? This is Better Minds wear right here. This is our wear right here. Bruce. This actually, we had got the picture from the movie, right? And we put it on our website, and they stitched it. I don't know if y'all can see it. See, they stitched it. Yeah, see the fist here, and there, yeah, they stitched it. If y'all want it, let me know. No, you're not getting this one, but if you want something like it, get that. Ain't nobody having the one I got. Nah. Because if y'all get it,
go to the market.
You know what though? You know what though? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. If I get 100 likes, I give you one for free. I got 100 views. If I get 100 views, like
subscribers.
Yeah, that's what I meant. If I get 100 subscribers, y'all can have this.
The
right?
100th.
The 100, and I'm
no,
not.
No, the 100th.
The 100th subscriber can get this hat, and guess what? I will not give it again because I really didn't. I didn't want nobody to have this hat, this Bruce Lee hat. I really didn't have, because nobody has. I didn't want nobody to have it. But
nobody got it. Only you.
The 100th subscriber, and when you're the 100th subscriber, you need to put. Yo, I am the 100th one. And you have to be honest. We're doing the honor code, guys. That's not, trust me, I have more stuff to give it to trust me. And I have some, trust me, we got merch. Just don't tell the truth. Tell the truth. Be honest. Yo, I'm the, as soon as you, hey, I'm the 100th. I'm the 100th. And you get the shirt. I'll show you the shirt after. It's a Lao Gao Long. It's a Lao Gao Long from Mad Monkey Kung Fu, where he teaching the little dude, and on the back is My Young Auntie, the scene where they're in the gym and he's fighting him. The 100, you got to say, yo, this is what you say. If you are the 100th subscriber, this is what you say. If you want this hat and the Laga Long t-shirt, this is what you have to say when you know you're the 100th person. This is what you say. Hey, I'm the 100th person. I need that Bruce Lee hat and that Laga Long shirt. And it's a snapback. All right,
Oh yeah, that's official tissue.
snap back. You know what I mean? Yeah,
It address your forehead size,
you know what I'm saying?
so you good to go.
You know what I mean? So you get the, let me put it back because you get the Bruce Lee hat. You see it? And it says Better Minds in the back. All right. If you the 100th person, I should do a trilogy question. And you get the Lagalong shirt. All right. If you are the 100th person, okay, I will send you, I will I will talk to you on your channel, send you the email, and you send me everything and stuff like that or whatever, and you'll get the joint. Okay? So now, in your relationship, you are an idiot. No, you're not. In your relationship, if you think, okay, some people think in a relationship, they're very impressionable. Some people think a relationship is supposed to be what they see on TV. Some people think it's a relationship what they see and hear on music. Some people think a relationship is based off their friend they go by or whatever because they have money or whatever, so they think they don't go through shit. But there's different aspects of relationship that's not real, and you're getting the wrong idea of a relationship. The real fact of the matter is the relationship is how you bring it out to be. If you are a fun person, then you make your relationship fun. If you are a serious person, then you have to find the balance in your relationship where you have time to be serious and time to be not. If you are an adventurous person, then you have to make your trust me, women like to be adventurous. They like to do fun stuff. I'm helping y'all niggas out. Just do that.
We down with it.
They down with it. Trust
me. Okay all day.
You need the charger? Oh yeah, I'm on. All right. Hold on, baby girl. Need the charger, y'all. Shut up.
When y'all want to do this? Yeah,
okay. Yeah, exactly.
Y'all want to do this? Okay.
Soon as you say,
you want to go somewhere? Okay.
Soon as you say, baby, you want to go outside? Yep. They don't know where the fuck they going.
Nope.
That's,
put your shoes on. Okay.
Put your right out the door. Hey, I'm coming home. Y'all get dressed. All right. Time to go home. Everybody dressed. Don't even know what the fuck you're doing. We hitting out that door. So you have to make that. You have to and you have to, fellas, you have to realize too, if you have a talent and a gift, the family wants to be a part of it because they see that, they admire that. They have to admire inside before they can step out the door and admire anything outside. They have to see the beauty in the house in order to notice beauty in the world. And if, as partners in a relationship, we cannot see that in each other, we're not going to see that when we're around our friends, when we're around our family, when we go places. We're always going to be aggravated, agitated, and all this type of nonsense because we chose not to heal. You have to heal. If you are an older person in a relationship with a younger person, and this is your pattern, that is because you must have had someone when you was young that was older, and you went through something with them. And as you went something through them, now that you're older, you're doing the same thing. There was a hurt there that you didn't solve. You see, I'm about to show y'all you see a lot of see, let me tell y'all something. A lot of y'all who do know me don't know me. And let me tell you what I mean. Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you. I ain't gonna say I hear you. I hear you in my mind. A lot of you who know me, really know me, don't know me. Because I allow you to be who you are around me, and I step back and I give you the impression on who or whatever I am. In actuality, I am my own being, and I am only here to observe what not to do. That does not mean in any way, shape, or form that I am better than you. Hell fucking no. I am nowhere near better than anyone. Anyone. I make mistakes like the average human being. But as a cosmic being, I do right. I'll say it again because you may not have heard it. What's going on, Buddha? Hold on, yo. You know when baby girl come in, y'all gotta chill out. You good? All right, let me get. Go ahead, close the door. All right, we'll close the door and step up. As a cosmic being, I'm gonna say this again. As a human being, I am prone to mistakes. As a cosmic being, I am perfect. I'll say this again. As a human being, I am prone to mistakes. As a cosmic being, I am perfect. The situation at hand is that when you are in your relationship, you tend to hide things about yourself from each other that you shouldn't, because you feel as though if you fully express yourself and show them who you are in fear of losing them or losing what happened. You shouldn't think like that. Remember, there is a connection. Relationship means two people who have a connection. So when you have sex, again, that is a relationship. You cannot make up the rules yourself. You cannot. Just told you the definition. When you are in a relationship, whether you're the man or the woman, and you have certain things about you that the other person doesn't know, trust and believe these things are seen to them. And the more you deny it and you hide it, is the more that you grow animosity. And once you start to grow animosity, you're putting the anger on them, but you're actually having animosity towards yourself because you didn't acknowledge what you didn't tell your partner in the relationship, how you were. I am an angry person. I get agitated a lot. You refuse to tell them about that. So when you expressed it in the public, they saw a side of you that they knew they couldn't deal with. So in that part of the connection, it got broke. So in order to fix that, you must address to them, this is how I am, and I need you to forgive me for not telling you this is who I was. I was trying to impress you, and I hid this for so long and suppressed it that when something happened, I burst out. But now that you know this about me, I need you to help me not be like that. And you notice when we get angry, you know what I'm saying? Our women be like, all right, all right, all right, all right. They'll get in front of us. All right. It's all right. Okay. You see what I'm saying? That connection just got back connected. But when we refuse to tell them about things about us and vice versa, there's a thing that happens it's called mental separation. And the mental separation means at that moment in time, that thing you did that I saw you do that I couldn't take, that mental separation was a breakup. You break up first here, and that mental breakup, that first breakup means I'ma see what happened next. It's a it's a what you call them things when you have you pull out the drawer. File. It's a file. I was playing it. Now you're starting to have a file on your partner. You're monitoring the things, the negative things that they refuse to remove inside of they. Remember, you're battling with yourself, but only you can determine if you make that self win. So now the file begins. So now there's a mental breakup. Let me see if this shit gonna continue. So now the file gets this. Once the file gets here, trust me, you'll be amazed in relationships how much the people can deal with. Once the file reaches here, then there's a discussion. The discussion, you look at it as a court hearing. No, it's funny. Go ahead, laugh. It's funny.
But it's true.
But discussion, you look at it as a court hearing because I'm presenting to you everything that I have observed in this document. I am presenting to the spiritual jury, which is me and you. This is what has been going on in the relationship. And once you start to analyze that and it's presented in front of you, there's no way you can deny it because it happened. So now, once you have the discussion, which is the hearing, that's the warning. Mentally, now the breakup happened. Now, mentally, they're gone. They already left. And when they left, it is so hard to bring them back in, he or she. It is hard to bring them back. You know why it's hard to bring them back in? Because of the file, son.
And at that point, they may have made their mind up and been on the fuck it.
Now, if they end up on the fuck it, you, for your healing and your purpose, what you do is you have to have a positive closure, a loving closure, and a peaceful closure. And you have to make peace with what has happened, and you have to make peace with yourself. Because if you don't, no relationship you get into next will be healthy. Because the energy you have kept in you is only going to allow you to end up with toxic relationships. Remember, sex is a relationship, whether you want to agree with it or not. It's not about your agreements. I gave you the definition, bitch. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell your sister, tell your cousin. That's what it is. Excuse me. Y'all be out there because you thinking you on the corner hustling and shit, and you got this shorty and that shorty or whatever, and you thinking you just hitting it or whatever. No, dog, you're in a relationship with more than one woman, which is crazy because now, and a woman who has more than one man up in her, because now the tendencies and the energies that they have, you now have in you. And there's certain outbursts and certain things that you will do that is not really you, and you're not realizing that it's the multiple relationships you have. Stop giving me this bullshit about, yeah, I could be a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I never seen myself with one partner, or this, that, and third. Listen. Stop this whole etiquette, this fucking, there's ethics in hoism. A hoe is a damn hoe. Whether you're a man or woman, a hoe is a damn hoe. And it's disgusting and it's very dangerous to be like that because condoms are not safe. You so reckless out there that you make these connections with strangers, okay? Not knowing that in the act of that, it is a strong connection. It is a link that when you run into them again, you know it's them. What was it? You know it's them because of that connection. You're a dumbass. I don't know what y'all hot in the asses now are trying to prove fucking every damn thing that walk. Tell me what it is. Let me tell you something. Let me keep it real for you. Some fucking Instagram hoes y'all be seeing on there, they ain't giving you no pussy because it's about attention and you hitting the like button.
They getting paid.
They are not fucking. I'm sorry, I'm keeping it real for you. They're not fucking. All them damn girls you seeing nowadays with they shapes and shit like that, they not fucking because they don't want to lose their shape. I'm just keeping it real for you. And if they fucking, trust me, if they fucking one time and done. One time and done. You hear Takashi 6ix9ine girl talking about I love being a hoe. 25 years old, talking about I love being a hoe.
missed that
Let
one.
me tell y'all women something.
Is this
Real
recent?
men out there, this is recent. Real men out there, we don't. Tupac said, out to catch wreck. All respect to those who break the need to keep they hoes in check, cause all they sweat a brother majorly. And I don't know why your girl keeps paging me. She tells me that she needs me, cries when she leaves me, and every time she sees me, she squeezes me. Lady, take it easy. Hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's that easy. I'll say it again. I don't want it if it's that easy. Men do not like that shit. You notice when dudes go to the strip club or whatever, they're drunk as shit because they have to be in a certain mental state to actually commit that act. Because in a sober and conscious state, they don't want that shit. I see. And if so, can you connect spiritually without even yo? Who is this? The Ranters Union?
Logic.
Listen.
Hey,
Listen.
y'all.
Shout out Jaw Logic. Y'all go ahead and yo D, go ahead and follow
Yes, you can.
You can. We went through that. I'll go through it again. I'll go back. Yeah, I'll go through it again. So relationship is the definition of two people that have a connection, right? Connection means that you are in a relationship with a person. Do you see that? So now emotionally
and
mental,
or sexually.
nah, it's good. It don't matter if you late or not. Nah. You not you late early. Yeah, you early late. Don't worry. We ain't even we
on black people's time. Stop playing.
Listen. You know we New Yorkers, yo. We late for everything, which mean we early. We ain't even chop bricks yet, yo. We good. We ain't even chop bricks yet. Relationship, if you miss that connection in your relationship, it's just that one connection. That's what I was saying. It's not the whole relationship. And I was saying a lot of times, if we have a broken connection in something, most relationships think that there's a problem in the relationship. It's not. There's a problem in this one issue. That doesn't mean we're breaking up. This issue. And if you feel like that, that's mean we're not mature enough and we haven't grown up mentally in this relationship to have that connection, to know that that we not beefing. We just have missed this connection right here in this area. That doesn't mean the other parts aren't connected. But like I was saying, you got men and women out here that feel as though nowadays hoism is the thing. But what they don't know is hoism is a relationship with multiple people. Whether you're a man, why dudes feel like they not hoes? Yo, I remember back home, I heard a dude feelings. I called him a slut. He was like, damn, I felt that. I was like, yeah, good. You should know you're a slut.
Is a dude more a hoe than a woman?
They both the same. If she a hoe, he a hoe. Why did he feel like he ain't a hoe? Son, keep it real. Yo, Marco was the only one that said he a hoe. And I said, yeah, I know you a hoe. But I gave him a different. I said, you're a slut. It made him, it hurt him. So I said, good. If you can feel it, then if you can feel it as a man, then good. I go tell all of them that.
And if you feel it, that means you don't want to be that way. So whatever you're avoiding,
there's a void. You're trying to fill up.
Get it. You need to fix it. You need to get to it.
Somebody give this woman an award, please, because she is on it. I said already the misconnection. Oh, by the way, John Logic, I said anybody, the 100th subscriber, okay, whoever is the 100th person, I'm gonna give them this Bruce Lee hat that we made on our Better Minds Market. So Bruce Lee hat, I took the picture from a movie and they sewed it in. And then I'm gonna give them my La Galong shirt, get them that shirt, you know what I mean? So Facts, facts. I can't drop the bomb on Empress, yo. Yeah, and I'm gonna give them the shirt and the hat and thing. But when they are the 100th subscriber, they gotta say, "Give me that hat and shirt." That's how I know that they telling the truth. All right, so you lost the connection, and in your relationship, you felt like at this point now, you felt like because you didn't understand what was going on, now you could go ahead and be a hoe. You feel like, yeah, you got to do it. You got. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back to that. You feel like as though because you haven't dealt with your pain and your hurt of what you went through, and now I'm about to step out there because I'm in a vulnerable mental state. Vulnerable comes from emotion. Vulnerability comes from emotion. So now your mind is like, you know how niggas is, you know how people are. They base their decisions on their emotions. All of them do that. They base their decisions on emotion. Just because you in your feelings, you make a rash decisions and you fucked it up.
Yeah. Impulsiveness.
I already spoke about being impulsive. So now I have a question. When you get to that point and you find yourself within the same situation that you was in before, why was it so hard for you to take a time out or take time to yourself before you jumped into another relationship? And if you break up relationship, it's rely. Why are you relying on somebody else than relying on yourself? you know, you know, I have went into you like I said, you early late. We hate to admit it, but yes, our feeling plays a major role in this. Is it right? But you and I always had a saying. Y'all gonna hear it first today, but I've always had a saying when I was young. You cannot base your decisions on your emotions because your emotions are always wrong. That's why they're called God, yo, oh, E motion. Remember, we was talking about in the beginning. That's what you missed, Ja. In the beginning, we talked about the word move. Move means you're going in a specified direction or manner, which means movement isn't sloppy.
Right.
Hence the words, I'm about to make moves.
Right.
You feel me? So
you're not making mistakes.
You're not making mistakes.
You're making choices.
You're making choices. But because you've made choices, your choices wasn't in an emotional state. But because you were emotional at that time, you did something rash. You made a rash decision. And now you like, yo, man, fuck that bitch. Man, fuck that nigga. Man, fuck that man. I'm about to go up in here. And you know the words, man, I'm about to go up in here. Or she be like, we about to go and do this. We about to go and do this. Yo, y'all about to come with me and do this. And because you in your feelings, and instead of actually talking to the person who caused the hurt, whether it's angry or not, but the fact that you took the time to release it and get it out, that caused a healing. You didn't do that. You made the vulnerability come into you where you made a rash decision and now everything are fucked up. He said, that's why I never send emails and texts to angry Texas.
At least with a text and email, you can be like, you can rehearse that joint before you send it. Like, hold up. Nah, let me delete that. I don't want to say that. No, let me delete that. I don't want to say that. That shit, no.
Text and email, you could be friendly, sarcastic. You could, well, that's fine. You enjoy your life, and good luck to you.
Depending on the situation and how, if y'all went into an argument, the person receiving the text on the other end is going to receive it in their way because they angry. So they might get a conception of what you are truly trying to say because they are in their feelings.
That's what makes it funny.
Yes.
And he laughing too. That's what makes it funny. That's why it's funny. Because I'm not upset, but I wish you yo, there listen. I give you a joke. There's an episode. I don't know if you watch Seinfeld. That's my shit. There's an episode on Seinfeld where Jerry Seinfeld goes. It's a point. It's a point I'm making. It all goes. He goes. I always break even. No matter what happens, I break even. Elaine came upstairs. She took the $20 out of his wallet, threw it out the window. So what do you do that for? He said, well, she said, well, if it's true you break even, then you'll get it back somehow. George comes upstairs. Hey, I found a $20 bill outside. He broke even. Hold on. This is about the relationship now. Now hold on. So Jerry was dating the girl that he was kissing during the Holocaust movie, Rachel. So he's sitting at the coffee table with Rachel. Jerry says something. He's having a casual conversation. And she said, listen to me. She says, I don't think this is working out. I think we should break up. He says, oh, that's okay. That's fine.
And that's how it's supposed to be.
He said, okay, that's fine. Really? Yeah. I always break even. I'll find somebody else. But guess what? It's been nice dating you. And I hope what you're looking for. Take care. And he paid for the meal. And he walked out. That's how we should be. I gave that example. It should be no grudge. It should be no hatred. It should be we go our separate ways. And even if we decide to remain friends, we will not throw that in each other's faces because there was a growth that happened. Right. There was a healing and growth that happened. In fact, we became better people because of it. Yeah. But because we are in our ego, and I know y'all hear this word a lot.
Yeah,
but
we touched on that ego.
You have to keep hearing the word because they are outside. They go outside every fucking day. Where you go to work, yep. You feel me? You go outside and you see that shit. You see how people are. You get your interactions, you know what I'm saying? And you're around certain people and you hear conversations and your observance to people as well. You're like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with these people? If you ever found yourself like, God, what the fuck is wrong? Then that means you have reached a different level than they have. Everybody, if you notice, everybody is the same fucking dumb ass hamster running on the wheel, not knowing you're on a fucking wheel. And because they're like, I'm going to say this again, guys, please stop having intelligent conversations with people who are not on your mindset. You need to surround yourself with people who are on your mindset. What the fuck you mean about your mindset? Okay. How do you think? How are you? You like reasoning? You like talking about subjects that matter? You like being around people? When you get around people, do you like talking about the things you like to talk about? Those are the people you should surround yourself with. Believe it or not, because I didn't believe it at first. Believe it or not, there are tons of them out there. There's people who are druids. Like if you don't know what a druid is, it's people like to be in the woods around animals and shit like that. That's me. I like that shit. I find peace in that. I find peace in animals and natures more than people. Not to say I wouldn't be around people, but if I'm around people, I would like to think that they have the same respect for the nature animals as I do. I like anime. I like comics. Y'all already know I love Kung Fu. That's my lane, yo. I never step in no one's lane. So I make sure I have to surround myself around people who are either into those things or who want to do those things. Yeah. I like history. I love history. Anything. Like, goddamn, y'all. Like, come on, man. You see it. So I would like to surround myself around people who like to reason. If you like reasoning, then we can't reason. Because only people that love for reason because you have to sharpen the steel. If you have a sword, I have a sword, we have to sharpen. And the only way we could sharpen it You understand? Is if you reason, right or wrong, right or wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We choose to enslave our own selves,
Shackles on the brain, baby.
We choose to enslave our own selves, and then we want to turn around and point the fingers at other people, not knowing. You see this fucking illusion in? You don't even realize you really have the opportunity to get out of the fucking situation you in right now.
Exactly.
But you're sitting there blaming people, and the only reason why you blame people is because you want somebody to help you.
Yeah.
You want somebody to do it for you. Let me change the word. You want somebody to do it for you. I want somebody to make my meal. I want somebody to help to cross the street for me.
That's that one in pity.
That you see, no, I'm not doing that. You're never going to be pitied.
Yeah, no. Don't pity me.
The only way you're pitied is if you have no arms, no legs.
And even still, at that point.
And even still, they don't even want to be pitied.
Hell no, don't even do it. That's like don't do
it. Excuse me. This need for what's the word I'm this you know how they living now is like it's like a not attention, it's like it's like a competition.
Yeah.
It's like a competition. Everybody is after the same nothing.
That's like that person that's running to the red light. What you speeding to the red light for?
Everybody is after the same nothing. Yo, that phrase chasing the bag, do you know that bag disappears in one day?
That bag is full of shit.
You didn't invest the bag. I was saying earlier, Ja, nobody trying to invest in land. So fucking stupid, don't know that land is where it's at. Mm-hmm. Land is where it's at. You get land, you put a bank, you get the bread because they give you the bread to develop it, and that shit is yours. Yeah. My issue with how they have the world today is it's more than just fear. I think it's more so of a separational issue, is because abandonment. It's like how society is now is like mom and pops left the child out and now they're there to fend for themselves. So now everyone is like well, I want, well, what about me? And then what about me? What about me? And not realizing that it's never been about you, it's been about these children. I don't know if y'all notice how these children are influenced nowadays. Yo, that shit is fucking scary, man. And I got daughters.
You have to, so you don't deny, coming from a mom's perspective, you don't deny the children because they're going to get it from their friends when they're in school and away from you. And the one main thing you want to do with your child is instill trust that they can trust you with what they like, their type of activity. And no matter how you disagree with it, you have to learn to join them. You have to learn to become a part of their world because you can't live through your children. You cannot. But you can enjoy your children by enjoying the things that they like to do.
You heard that? We do not teach our children, and I'm sorry to say that, guys. We don't teach our children. Our children teach us how to teach them.
Mm-hmm. Just pay attention.
Because you have to remember, if you have any intelligence in you, we didn't choose our children. They chose us. Mm-hmm. They chose us in the cosmos. Yeah.
Too many of them.
Too many chose us.
Chose us. Shit. And they all curls up one.
They in the cosmos like, I want them. I'm going there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to them. They choose us, and You have to realize that. Okay, if you still have little ones, just do me a favor. Just do me a favor. If you still have little ones, one day when you're at home by yourself, just watch them. When they're doing something, just like watch them, and you'll realize they chose you. They chose you, and they teach you, and it's your job to take that lesson that they taught you to teach them the right way. Because that's what they do. They give us a lesson on how to treat them and how to teach them. But when we break that trust, you see how these kids turn out? Yo, stop fronting. You know you heard kids cursing their moms and pops out talking to them any kind of ways. I'll be like,
young.
I mean, like, man, I take this bad and I wish you would. Man, I wish you would. Man, I'll be hearing them like that. And I'm looking at the parents like, whether they white, black, Asian, I be hearing them. They be talking slick to their parents. And you know, these black kids is white kids now, man. They be talking big shit to their parents. I'm like, I put that face down. I'll be like, I'm like, yo, you need help whooping his ass? I would love to help you.
Throwing you in this corner, cause
hold on, I got a belt.
No, he ain't about to Martin Lawrence me, you bitch.
You hoe, you bitch, you hoe. Bitch, hoe. That's exactly. That they be cursing. They be they be cursing their parents out. All of that. I'm telling you, I'm working at a dispatch at a cab service.
This was in what? The early 2000s?
2003. Late 2002, 2003. And I'm picking up the phone to give the dude a cab. The father is on the phone with the son. The son is like, shut the fuck up, dad. And the father's like, Billy, real nice. Real nice, Billy. I'm like, real nice? I'm like, when you get your ass to this fucking house, I gonna drag you out that fucking car. I gonna beat you all the way up to them fucking stairs.
All day.
You guys, since we're on the subject now, we're going into parenting.
Let's go into parenting.
You guys have a fear of your children. Let me tell you something. I don't fear mine. I don't care if they was to pick up that phone and try to call CPS. I busting their ass in front of them.
Guess what? What's the famous
You understand?
saying? I wish a nigga would.
I wish a nigga would.
Go ahead. I'm
because let me tell you something. You
no.
Don't come in here and tell me how to govern my house. You are a child. You are a child. I don't care what the fuck you seen on YouTube, TV, or whatever. When you turn that shit off, or when you hear our voice, okay, you better pretend like you heard God's voice. Because that's what you heard, God and the goddess. And when them voices, you better drop that shit, because nothing they see on this goddamn screen governs anything in your house. And some of y'all parents slack the hell up, and you just allow them to dominate the household. And by you allowing them to dominate the household, you have no control over them children, and you allow them to do whatever. Let me tell you something. You call our number, we will gladly come over and bust their ass.
We'll give you some therapy. That's what I'm here for.
Like Bernie Mac said, I'll take a hammer and slap the fuck out of there.
No. So, yeah, no.
Well, wait. One night, I don't care who the child is.
You can't let them take over.
And I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to give you a story. There's a child training with me, and they was talking back to their parent. Their parent got on them in front of me. And they answered again because I guess they was trying to show off. And then I was like, I dare you to answer them back again. When we say it takes a village, it takes a fucking village.
That's right.
If you got friends and their child is around and they trying to show off, you help them out. Yo, who the fuck you don't talk to your father like that. You don't have to curse at them, but in front of the parent, you don't talk to your mother like that. That's not what's going to happen. Not in front of me and not in front of her. And you better check it or you don't get nothing. And when you say nothing, you don't give them nothing. As a matter of fact, if you had to say that, you don't give them nothing. You have to start taking away. Y'all remember punishments? Yo, hold on.
Ooh, I love them. I give them.
Yo, hold on.
They hate mine.
You remember punishment? Hey, Jai, you remember punishment?
Ooh, right.
Keep it real, Jai. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You remember punishment?
Man, yes, sir.
Who remember punishment? Yo, I
I
would
used
go
to
by
hate
grandma.
my punishments.
Yo, where y'all from? Queens? Ja, where you from? Queens? Ja, where you from? Yo, grandma used to live in Far Rockaway, right? She used to live on Thursby Avenue. And when I would go over there, what was he said I remember it all.
Far Rock.
He said Far oh
Ain't that where
shit.
grandma
Yeah, I said Thursby
Yeah.
Avenue. Thursby Avenue. 6932 Thursby Avenue. We used to take the A train, get off Beach 69th.
from? Yeah.
You remember that stop? Yeah, I know my home, yo. Don't do that. I'm from Brooklyn, but I used to live over there with grandma. So we lived on Thursby Avenue, and down on Thursby Avenue, yeah, that's far in Far Rockaway. There was a school there, and grandma would come in. Oh shit! You ain't even four. You not even four. You ain't even four.
From where you was at?
Nah, hell no, yo.
What's that? How many blocks?
It's just a few blocks, cause I
You
would.
said what? 29?
No, Beach 69th was the station. He was on
Oh,
51st, so he was just right down.
54th,
He was just
yeah.
right down the street. He was just
Yeah.
right down the street. Yeah, yo,
Y'all
you
neighbors.
see the synchronicity? You see the connection?
That's right.
Here we
It's
go with
all
connections again.
connection. It's always the connection.
So grandma, when I was staying with grandma, because I used to go when I was staying with grandma, I used to go to, what was the Catholic school?
I don't remember the
Saint
name they
Saint
said.
Mary's of Lucia, some shit like
I
that. Saint
think-
Lucia of Mary's or some shit. What was that Catholic school? You know what school? I think it was Saint Lucia of Mary's or Saint Mary and Lucia. One of them
I think
shits
it's
I was
Saint
going
Lucia
to.
of Mary.
One of yeah, in Far Rockaway. And if I did something at school, grandma would be like, yo, you ain't watch Saint Rose of Mary. Saint Rose of Lucia, yeah.
Saint
That,
Rose.
yeah, that was because it was a green uniform I had to wear.
Oh, y'all talking about?
It's a green uniform I had to wear.
Saint
St. Rose of Lima. Yes. That was my school, son. Yeah, that was the school I went. Yeah. Grandma sent me there because, moms had to send me over there. It was domestic shit going on. So mom sent me a grandma. So I went to St. Rose of Lima. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So if I did something wrong there and they told grandma, when grandma say punishment, when she say no TV, no outside, it was none of that shit.
What
It was
one?
you in that fucking room.
That's it. Full corner.
That's it.
No sound, no nothing.
Grandma used to put me in the corner with my hands up, holding two big ass encyclopedia books. I mean, encyclopedia books was big as shit.
Hell yeah.
On my knees.
Man.
Talking about punishment. They don't know that shit.
Because your ass was bad.
Yeah, I was. I mean, back in that day,
I heard
Queens
the
and Brooklyn,
stories.
Queens and Brooklyn was reckless back in them days, dude. You know what I'm saying? So of course, they was gonna be.
I heard the stories.
But punishment, she ain't play that shit. And if you drop those books, if you drop them, you're getting your ass whooped. And grandma used to be like, drop your pants and bend over.
I'm gonna tell
And if you jump, you're gonna get hit in your back.
I'm gonna tell you, you know where grandma got that from, right? You know where she got it from, right? Kung Fu. She watched too much Kung Fu damn movies. She started punish your ass like that because y'all had some favorite Kung Fu movies together. She was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna punish your ass like our favorite Kung Fu movie."
I got so much ass whooping. Yo, oh my god, I remember every ass whooping I got, boy. Oh god, oh my goodness. And mom, now there was a dip. Now check this out. There was a difference between grandma ass whooping and mom's ass whooping. Because grandma gonna make you drop your pants and bend over and she tell you don't jump because you get looking your back. Mom's Panamanian. Mom's ass whooping come with fists, elbows, knees, shoes, pants, hands,
jars,
nunchucks, jars, knives, fucking like yo. Moms will fuck you up. There's a fucking kung fu flick in my goddamn mouth. The mom's not playing that because you cannot disrespect her at all. You cannot talk back to her. And this is where you parents slack. I couldn't say what to when I went by grandma and when I went back by mom's, and especially when I went by my other grandmother house. Yoli, you can't the word what. You know I ain't lying, Ja. You can't say what. You can't say yes. When you hear your name, you get up and go.
Shit, you can't even have a face.
You can't even
You
have a
better not
face.
make a face.
You couldn't
It
even make a
better be
face.
straight.
Man, you get knocked out if you make a face.
No smile or frown.
You're making up your face?
There must be an issue. Let me help you solve.
Let me help you with that face. And now what you're doing now is this is your children. Timmy, I need you to go take the trash out. All right.
Yeah.
Timmy, I need you to go take the trash out. All right.
All millennials.
Timmy, huh? Take the trash out. Oh, I gotta take the trash out. I don't feel like taking the trash out. I am going to grab you by your ears and you're going to take that trash out. I'm gonna grab that phone and I'm gonna break it. And what you need to do is you need to break it in front of them. What you was gonna say?
I'm kicking you in your ass.
You guys have this fear of telling your child off because of what? What? What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? You live here.
Because I'm going to tell you. All you have to do, because I'm going to tell you. My husband say, I George Constanza stuff.
That's George Costanza.
So I'm going to tell you what I do. I specifically look up the laws. Because in the state of Virginia, you can beat your kids.
They was getting their ass whooped anyway if it wasn't.
So if CPS get called and they come to the house, because I know the fucking law, why you in my house? Because the teacher says she got a bruise. You damn right you're going to get a bruise from getting your ass beat.
Now I'm glad she brought that up. Because I have an issue with that. Because they're making it seem like when your children do wrong, you don't have the right to discipline them. First of all, I don't know where you were when the children were conceived. Because I don't think you were in the room. Matter of fact, I don't think you were even in the bedroom when the act of conceiving was happening. Were you there? I don't remember them. You remember them there? Was they in the room? No?
None of that.
You guys forgot your power.
Mm-hmm.
You are parents, which means you are the first God and goddess that them children see. You are the law. You are the all. You are the most important because without your guidance of the see, they need you. Yes, they teach us, but they need you to show them how this world is.
How to move.
This one. How to maneuver in this one.
They need you to show you how to move.
This is the realm that they chose for you to show them in. They wanted this human experience. Okay? Because they're coming from a cosmic place. They wanted this experience. You have to be that perfect guidance for them because it is easy in this bit to get caught up. And trust me, when I go, where's it at? Guys, I promise you, when I go into this, you are going to be upset with me.
Some deep stuff.
But I will be honored if you will get upset with me because when I dive into this, you're gonna find out.
Well, I'm gonna say this: don't get upset. Ask questions.
No, I need them to be upset.
Bring up conversation of unknowing things you don't know.
But being upset creates the thought of doubt that it can possibly be true.
That's true.
Which helps them to be more open to receive more truths. That's why I like the anger. That's why I don't stop nobody from saying any shit on there. Because when you write that, that means you have the doubt.
Yeah.
And if you can have the doubt, which means your mind is open to receiving of a knowledge. But you're also right as well.
I was about to say that anger can be a misconception though, because there's many different ways you can be angry, right?
There's different ways you can be angry. You
Right.
can be.
You can have
It's
a
not
different type
always.
of temperament when
Yes.
you're angry.
Yes.
So we can say there's different levels of anger, right? When you're in a debate or in a conversation, the anger is just a disagreement.
Passion is also associated with anger, and it shouldn't be. If I am passionate about something, that doesn't mean I'm angry.
Yeah.
I am very dedicated to the subject I am talking about. And I am always going to hold true to the values I hold to this subject. That's my passion. Now, when I'm dealing with this now, when I am talking about the mother of all, y'all, do you know? You see, this is how you know people don't take heed. The government been saying Mother Earth, they've been
And it's
saying Mother,
called what again, you say?
the mother of all.
And but what is Earth called though?
Oh,
Start with a U. It start with a U.
you Urantia,
There you go.
Urantia, Urantia was Earth's name. Oh, I'm about to fuck y'all. Like, what the fuck is this dude talking
Yes.
about?
Look at that.
Urantia was Earth's original name. Period. I told you the self and the will made the father of manifestation, them three. So, if better sense for y'all, you could say, y'all would say the church corrupted it and called it the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
But what it was the will, the Father manifestation, and the mother of all.
Right. The will, the self.
Which was the will, the self, the spirit.
Yeah.
And then out of that, when they came together, with each other, they birthed heart, and they birthed the seraphims, the cherubims, all of these spirits. The rainbow spirits, which y'all call chakras, are spirits. Like I said, joy is a spirit. The golden light spirits, which some of you will call stars or sun. You see, you are so worried about earthbound things that are really not important that while they're giving you that distraction on the news, they're trying to tap into this
They're
shit, but they
messing with
can't.
your
They're
vibrations,
messing with your vibration.
your frequencies. That's why if you ever realize that you go into a, what is it, trance, or what trance?
A mediumistic
When you
trance.
go into a mediumistic trance,
Daydream.
yeah, a daydream. If you sometimes you don't even know why you all of a sudden became stuck. If you ever realize you sometimes hear a sound and it might seem like it's a TV sound, you know
That little frequency sound.
that's a frequency. And best believe,
I know if y'all heard it.
Best believe everybody don't hear the same frequency. We all each hear different frequencies. If you notice, someone might be like, "You hear that sound?" You're the only one in that room that hear it. That's because that's a frequency and a message for you at that moment that you are not paying attention to. So you need to hear that frequency. Wake up call. That's what it is. So when you on this medium mystic trance and you trying to, and you don't even know how you got there. you realize it when you break out of it though, right? But how long was you in that trance before you were like, hold up, damn, I'm trying to break it? Have you ever been trying to break it and you still in it? I see some juice falling. Come on. What you about to say?
Well, the mediumistic trance is also a message, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
But why aren't they looking for the message in the mediumistic trance? You are in it. These trances, a daydream doesn't just happen for no reason. And this is what I mean. You guys, you fail to tap in as parents, you fail to tap in into yourself. All of this is connected. Here go the word connection again. All of these things are connected because, oh man, this is not real.
Illusion.
What's going on right now? Exactly. The sky is blue. Blue is a color of deception. The word deception, I need you to keep that into your mind. Okay? I'm not about to do this conspiracy theory shit. Fuck that. Conspiracy theory. There is no theory in conspiracy. If truth is truth, it is fucking truth. What you guys need to realize is these are distractions. Remember, all this 5G, the news constantly keeping you in fear because they have nothing else to talk about but to keep you in fear. And the shame of fuck Fox. All you black people that work for Fox, NBC, CBS, CNN, fuck you. I'll say it again. Fox, NBC, CNN, CBS, all of you fuckers, ABC, fuck you. You know why? Because how dare you sit there and purposely accept the fact that they're telling you to instill fear into people 24/7 a day. And when I look at you, you motherfuckers, I know you motherfuckers didn't get the shot.
Not
I know
just
you
that,
did it.
murders and shit.
I know you didn't.
Like,
Oh, they talk about us like we're disposable. They move on to the next subject after murder just like that. Just like that. But let me ask y'all fucking journalists and anchormen and anchor women something. When that shit come to your fucking door, you gonna sit on that podium high and mighty? Fuck you. We need to get on them. That no one gets on them. No one gets on them. Y'all motherfuckers sit at home and you be pressed to tweet so your fucking tweet could be shown on the fucking news. You're a fucking idiot.
The media can be very deceptive. Side note, but this does connect with the media. I want to put something in y'all thought process. And don't rampage me.
I fucking hate them.
Don't get on me. Don't, just listen and be open to learn from what I'm trying to say. Just be open. So in the Kemet times, we had servants, right? They were servants. Servants was paid to do stuff. And they lived amongst their kings or masters, whatever you want to call them, pharaohs, right? They lived amongst them and amongst the people. If they ran out of money because they didn't have enough work as a servant to do, they did trading with each other. All right, let's fast forward a couple centuries, 1800s. Let's run. We're running the scenery. All right, now we have slavery. Okay. During slavery time, if you really go into some archives, and you can go through the Library of Congress archives, and those are real archives. And in those archives, you will see free slaves that talks about what slavery really was.
Really was with them.
Okay? And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because the world, the media mainly, can make you have so many misconceptions on reality. They built your illusion for you. Like my husband said, do you think for yourself? Because if you think you do, you don't. Okay? You are programmed. So tell them about the story.
With the
Jefferson.
With the former slave.
Yes.
The slave who was owned by Jefferson Davis, right? And he said, I forgot what was his last name was Johnson. I forgot his first name. And he said, you can look at this on YouTube too. You can look at this on YouTube. He had an interview. It's 1941, I think. And he was describing his, you know, his life as a slave on the planet. He said Jefferson Davis owned 5 plantations. 5 plantations. 5. And he said he got a bunch of niggas. That's how he said it. He said he got all them niggas, and when he found out one of the niggas knew how to read and write, he built a school. He said it just like that. He said he built a school. He got 2 teachers. He got 2 teachers. Built a school. They all have formal education. My grandfather was an engineer. I was an engineer. You know, trades work. This is stuff. And Master Jeff, that's how he said it. Master Jeff. Listen to how they sound. Master Jeff, he'll leave and go to Atlanta on the cart, come back, ship full of cotton. And when he leave, he tell the people, don't you mess with my niggas. Listen, he said, don't you mess with my niggas. Don't mess with none of them niggas. Them niggas is my umbrella and my shade and my comfort. You want me to repeat that? And repeat it? He said, leave them niggas alone. They are my shade, my umbrella, my comfort. He said, anyone y'all mess with my niggas, you got to deal with Jeff Davis, and I'm Jeff Davis. And then he'll leave. He'll leave and go out of town, come back, shipload full of cotton. Remember, he owned 5 plantations. North and South was beefing. One of the slaves named Ben, I think. And he came, and the dude said, King, Master Jeff. He said, Master Jeff. Master Jeff said, how everything going? He said, everybody all right, but I got to talk to you about something, Master Jeff. He said, what you got to talk to me about? He said, well, the Yankees coming from the north. It look like they won't come, grab up your land. Don't steal it. And they ain't got plans. See how that don't work out. That's how you talking. He's like, well, what do you want to do? He was like, well, free me, man. You know you can free me, free me. He was like, yeah, Ben, you right. I can free you, free. He said, you can free me. Put the land in my name. Would you put the land in my name? Put the land in his name, right? The North came to the former slave that was freed on that dude land, thinking it was Jeff Davis. Told him, hey, this is my land here. You get that land from? I got it from my former owner. Let me see your papers. Got the papers. They did not attack on that land. That was like a gangster paperwork. That's how that paperwork shit started.
But he looked out for all of them on that land.
Well, because it was his land. It was his land.
But he got a negative connotation because he was a black man.
Well, he was a slave.
Well,
he was a slave owner.
But they don't know how he got them slaves. That's why I said you are programmed to think what you think you see.
But here's the issue. A lot of America think that everyone was slaves and it was only 8%. Now, I want you guys to do your math. Take 8% out of 100. What do you get? You got the calculator?
Yeah,
20. We'll just do the numbers for them. 8% out of 100. If you're who's good at math, if you're good at math, please put the goddamn thing. I hate doing that shit. I am a good guesstimator with math. That's how I work my math out. Like I'll be right on the money with that shit, but I'm not writing the problem out. 64 out of 100. 8%. And in the 8%, there was another slave master. Let me take this wild shit this nigga said. He said grabbing slaves from Africa is expensive when we can just do inbreeding is cheaper. Because once we do the inbreeding, the babies could be born and we could just put them right there on the plantation and save money. If you fast forward, it is not different. The only difference is that everybody now is a slave and they don't even realize that shit. These entitled, privileged people think they're not in slavery. Man, y'all motherfuckers in more slavery than anything. You are the main one who is in slavery because you're walking out there with your head held high, thinking that you control the politics and votes and they're gonna do it. No, you're a slave. Remember, during the pandemic, everyone had to shut down. Everyone had to shut down. Everyone. You didn't have an exception, whether you were black, white, Asian, Spanish, and everyone had to shut down. You became the slave. That was when America showed you you have no rights. I don't care what color you are. You ain't got shit. We do what we want. We're the medical gangsters. I am moving to Texas. Y'all be laughing. I'm dead ass. Like I said in the beginning, I am so comfortable now with how things are, and if things is the way it is, I'm content. But I am moving to Texas. I am out. Y'all do what y'all want. I just, I don't think I'm the only one. I just feel like not the East Coast, man. Something about the East Coast now, man. Hell no, man. There ain't no opportunities out here. Y'all, no, hell no. And it seems like it's just getting wilder and wilder. Like the East Coast just has this drag on it. This drag. Y'all can have this shit.
Don't nobody want to help each other. Everybody want to be having ulterior motives and stuff like that.
But here's the beautiful thing. Here's the thing. You know what? Here's the thing. This is what I mean. When you really know yourself and you acknowledge yourself, who the fuck said I ever had to stay in the East Coast in the first place? I am a free-willed person. I can go wherever I want to go. I can go wherever I want to go. I can have whatever experience I want to have. You know why? Because I am comfortable with who I am. My position in my life, my position here with my family makes me comfortable enough to go and venture the world with them. Why do I need to feel like I'm locked down here? No, I can go wherever the fuck I want to go. And y'all can too. Do not feel like you have to be complacent to be happy. You don't.
No.
Do not put yourself in a. Well, man, I don't want to leave him because I'm here, and then you just shut yourself down from growing. No, I ain't gonna because she be over there. Then you just stopped yourself from growing. You don't have to do anything you do not want to do or your spirit doesn't feel that it is right for you or your family. You can make that executive decision and tell yourself, we need to move, or we need to come up, or we need to replace in our life so we can be better. You can do that. So I love what we did here. You know what I mean? It probably, hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It probably wasn't good as the last show, but I had to get this out. Some I like it, some people will, but I had to get this out so we can go through this and talk. Um,
Truth hurts.
I'm off tomorrow, so tomorrow, just gotta remind me and make sure we talk about me. I go on tomorrow, and I am dealing. I'm dealing with this, y'all. For real. I'm gonna start from the beginning.
That's deep. Deep, deep.
I'm gonna deal from the beginning, and I'm gonna break down what all of this means, and I'm gonna show you how you're living life the wrong way.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it's just wrong way. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in to Strictly Explicit Truth. Thank you for joining me and Empress Trini. We are gonna be back tomorrow. I gotta come back tomorrow. I want to start doing like 2 a week. Um, See, I didn't use the word try. I said I want to start doing 2 a week. So y'all, make sure you hit me up. And tomorrow, yeah, I think we should. Yeah, we should go on that. Yeah, we're gonna. All right, y'all. Love and light. Peace.